I had a guy ask me the other day, he sent me a message asking if the people on the wall behind me when I make my videos are my family. Which I thought was quite a funny question because I'm in the photo, that is me right there. And yes, it is my family. I don't have a photo of someone else's family behind me on my wall. So yeah, I thought, I don't talk a lot about my personal life on this channel, but that is my little family. That was taken 13 years ago, that photo, when everyone was a little bit younger. But that's me there, my wife Lee, our daughter Chanel, and our boys Zane and Casper. And that's our little dog, who unfortunately is no longer with us. He passed away in 2017, just after the grand final, just after Richmond won their first premiership in, was it 37 years? And yeah, a couple of weeks later we lost that little fella, so it's a pretty sad time. But yeah, that is my little family there. As I said, everyone's a bit older now. Nellie, she's done really well for herself. She's modelled, and yeah, she's done really well, travelled a lot, but she's with us at the moment. She comes home every now and then, and she's home at the moment. But you know, leads a really good life. Really proud of her. And the two boys, they're still in school, going well. You know, pretty blessed actually. And yeah, we're still happily married, my wife and I, coming up 20 years actually on next, what are we, in January. January 2021, it will be 20 years married. So yes, that is the family, and that's another photo of the kids. It's just some other photos of us. It's us on our wedding day, nearly 20 years ago. And it's me, I think that's when Zane, the middle boy, was born. It's me and him there. It's us in, where were we? I think we're in Malaysia, that photo there. Okay, there we go guys. So a little bit of personal stuff to get going today. Well, good morning YouTube, take 2. This is the second time I've done the vid. I just did it, and it was awesome too. You have to believe me on that. But I forgot to turn the microphone on, so I couldn't use it. So anyway, I'm doing it again. I'm sure it won't be as good. Here we go for take 2. Okay, so the ASX review for the 29th of May 2020. Let's get into it. Let's see what was going good this week. The XJO, the top 200 stocks on the ASX, were up 4.71% this week. Many thanks to the bank, actually. The banks, I should say. The big four were up. I think ANZ and Westpac and NAB around the 10% mark. CBA a little bit less, but you know, when the stocks of that weighting are up so much, obviously the market's going to do pretty well. And it was up 4.71% to close at 5,755.7. Massive numbers there. 179 stocks were up, which is massive. Even the rising market, that's a lot of stocks to be gaining. 19 stocks were down and 2 stocks remain unchanged. Okay, let's look at the top 5 for the week. And you can see there SXL, which is one that has been absolutely punished for the year. Was up 62% for the week. Now, I've got a little number there next to the percentage gain, which is the percentage gain or loss for the year. So SXL, even after it put on 62% for the week, is still down 71.69% for the year. It is by far the worst performing stock on the ASX for this calendar year so far. So, why is it up? We don't really know. I had a look. I couldn't find any good reason why the stock would be up 62% on the week. The ASX itself was interested and sent a request to Southern Cross to find out if there's any news that they knew of that they hadn't released to the market. Southern Cross said there was no news and they didn't know why the share price was up. So obviously someone or a group of people have decided it's, well, maybe it's a play thing. They're going to play with it now that it's so low, or perhaps they see some long-term value in Southern Cross. So perhaps one to look at. I haven't taken much notice of it, to be honest, but maybe, we should. The second one there, K Virgin Money up 23.21%, but down 48% on the year so far. BLD up 21% for the week, but down 30.58% for the year. ASB Austral up 20.14% for the week, but down 12.57% on the year. And MMS, which is I can't remember, Shakespeare. What does the M stand for? Oh, I've lost it. But anyway, they were up 18.84% for the week, but down 34.05% on the year. So interesting enough that the top 5 gainers have all pretty much, besides perhaps Austral, have all had terrible years thus far. I know it's been a tough year, and there's not a lot of stocks that are up, but for us, these stocks are down. Well, the top gainers down 71% for the year, even after having a big week. And so these perhaps there's value being seen here by some people, or perhaps as I said, they're becoming a plaything of the day traders. We'll have to wait and see on that. Now the top 5 losers for the week. At number 1 is Technology One, TNE, down 7.77% on the week. Although for the year it's actually up 10.25% in a really, really tough market. Obviously, that's doing very well. Second there, Worley Parsons, down 7.18% for the week. On the year, down 45%. It's really been struggling. The third one there is Saracen, SAR, down 5.37% for the week. But on the year, up 54%. So it's a gold stock. So obviously, gold is doing quite well, and generally does in times of trouble. Fourth there is CSL, the old Marvel himself or herself, is down 5% for the week, but basically even on the year, 0.17% in the green on the year. And the last one there is LYC, which was down 2.83% on the week and down 11.59% on the year. So interestingly enough, on the top 5 losers, 3 of them are actually up for the year in a really tough market. So, I think we can sort of gauge a bit from that. Perhaps a stock like Technology One, where it's had a pullback for the week, but it's probably one that's really worth looking at in over the longer term. And CSL you could probably put in that basket as well. We may look back in a few months' time and realize these were maybe good times to buy these stocks when they're pulling back from their solid gains over the year so far. Perhaps. Anyway, do your own research, of course. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'm sorry I didn't do the vid yesterday. I actually had a bit of I don't know what it was. My eyes were really red. Constantly rubbing them, so whether it's a bit of allergy or what, I'm not sure. I didn't want to do a vid because it might look like I'd been on drugs or something. I'm not. So I thought I'd leave it till today. It's still a bit itchy. I hope they're not too red, but anyway, we got through. And Saturday, it's actually a beautiful morning. It's been a really, really wet week over here in Perth. I think even a lot of places around Australia have had a bit of rain this week. No chance to get out on my motorbike and ride, which has been a bit disappointing because I love riding my motorbikes. Got a few things going on in my life, it's all good stuff, exciting stuff. Hopefully in the next few weeks, maybe tell you what's going on. No worries, guys. Have a great weekend. Tigers are back soon, less than 2 weeks now, and they can start watching the footy again. I'm very excited about that. I'll talk to you next week. Really have a good weekend, and see you then.